Michael Jackson's influence on music, dance, and pop culture is unparalleled. Known worldwide as the King of Pop, he was a groundbreaking artist whose talent and charisma captivated audiences across the globe. But behind the glitz and glamour, Jackson's life was marked by controversies and complex relationships that still spark curiosity today. One of the most intriguing rumors recently resurfaced when an alleged son stepped forward, hinting at secrets fans have speculated about for years. Before we dive into these revelations, let's trace the incredible journey that led to Michael's unmatched fame and the mysteries that would follow. Early life. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, into a family that would soon be known across the world. As the eighth of 10 children, Michael grew up in a modest two-bedroom house with a close-knit yet intensely disciplined family. His mother, Catherine, was a music lover with a talent for singing and playing instruments, which she shared with her children, encouraging their interest in music. Meanwhile, his father, Joseph Jackson, was a former boxer turned steel mill worker who also played guitar. Joseph's strict and demanding approach left a lasting impact on Michael, instilling both discipline and a relentless drive that would propel his musical ambitions. The Jackson household was a place of rigorous rehearsals and high expectations. Joe Jackson was known to enforce discipline with a firm hand, setting a structured environment where each child learned the value of hard work from a young age. While this upbringing led to tension within the family, it also laid the foundation for Michael's extraordinary talents, nurturing his passion for rhythm, melody, and dance. From this small Indiana home, Michael's remarkable journey in music would begin, eventually taking him far beyond Gary to an international stage. But rumors of a hidden family connection persisted, sparking questions no one dared to fully address. Until now. But what lasting effects would this intense upbringing have on Michael's psyche? Early career with the Jackson 5. Michael's professional music career took off at the young age of 6, when he became the lead singer of the Jackson 5, the family band that his father had organized. Initially composed of Michael and his older brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon, the Jackson 5 performed at local talent shows and small venues around Indiana. Their lively, synchronized dance moves and Michael's charismatic stage presence quickly drew attention, setting them apart as a unique family act. In 1967, the Jackson 5 experienced a significant turning point when they won a talent show at New York's Apollo Theater, captivating the audience with Michael's performance of My Girl by The Temptations. Following their Apollo victory, the Jackson 5 recorded several songs for a small local label before finally catching the attention of Motown Records. With the guidance of Motown and producer Bobby Taylor, the group moved to Los Angeles and signed a contract that would propel them to stardom. In 1969, they debuted on television, performing It's Your Thing at the Miss Black America pageant. Shortly after, their first single, I Want You Back, hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, marking the beginning of a string of hit singles, including ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. The Jackson 5 became a sensation, making history as one of the first black boy bands to achieve mainstream success and forever changing Michael's life. What pivotal moment would later shift Michael's career onto a completely different path? Transition to solo career. As Michael entered his teenage years, his ambition to branch out as a solo artist grew. His solo journey began in 1979 with the release of Off the Wall, a pivotal album that marked his transition from child star to an adult artist with a unique musical voice. Blending pop, soul, and funk, Off the Wall was an immediate success, reaching #3 on the Billboard 200 and selling over 20 million copies worldwide. This album firmly established Michael as a solo performer, separate from the Jackson 5, and laid the groundwork for his future as a music legend. But it was the release of Thriller in 1982 that would cement Michael's place in history. The album not only became the best-selling record of all time, but also transformed Michael into a global phenomenon. Songs like Billie Jean, Beat It, and the title track Thriller captivated audiences, while the accompanying music videos revolutionized the medium, merging storytelling with intricate choreography. Michael's iconic moonwalk, introduced during a live performance of Billie Jean, became one of the most memorable dance moves ever. With Thriller, Michael Jackson transcended the boundaries of music, becoming a cultural icon and the undisputed king of pop. As Michael's life unfolded publicly, whispers of an unknown son lingered in the background, with one name repeatedly surfacing: Brandon Howard. Thriller and becoming the king of pop. In 1982, Michael Jackson released Thriller, the album that would redefine his career and cement his status as a global superstar. With its groundbreaking music videos and genre-blending tracks, Thriller wasn't just a musical masterpiece, it was a cultural phenomenon. The album sold an unprecedented 70 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling album of all time. Jackson's commitment to pushing boundaries was evident in every song and video, from the haunting title track to the infectious beat of Billie Jean. His performance of Billie Jean on the Motown 25 TV special introduced the world to the moonwalk, a dance move that would become synonymous with his image. It was during this time that fans and media alike crowned him the King of Pop, a title he carried with grace and pride. Thriller didn't just break records, it set a new standard for entertainment, blending music with storytelling in a way that captivated audiences across generations. But as Jackson's fame soared, the pressures of global superstardom began to weigh heavily. Could he keep up with the expectations he'd set for himself? The 1980s, successes and struggles. After Thriller, Jackson released Bad in 1987, an album that produced multiple chart-topping singles and further cemented his legacy as a pop icon. Hits like Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, and Smooth Criminal showcased his versatility and continued innovation in music and dance. Yet, beneath the surface, Jackson was grappling with personal insecurities and a turbulent relationship with the media. Diagnosed with vitiligo, a skin condition that caused patches of his skin to lose pigment, Jackson faced harsh public scrutiny as his appearance changed. He also underwent multiple plastic surgeries, which only fueled media speculation and criticism. Tabloids labeled him Wacko Jacko, sensationalizing his personal struggles and mocking his reclusive nature. While his music continued to inspire millions, Jackson's public image was increasingly mired in controversy and misunderstanding. How long could he withstand the intense spotlight and judgment from all sides? Child abuse allegations. In 1993, Jackson's life took a tragic turn when he was accused of child abuse by a 13-year-old boy. The allegations led to a media frenzy that would forever alter the public's perception of him. Rather than face a lengthy legal battle, Jackson chose to settle the case out of court for a reported $20 million, though he maintained his innocence. The settlement, while not an admission of guilt, cast a lasting shadow over his reputation. Fans were torn, and the media's focus on the allegations overshadowed his accomplishments. Jackson's music, once celebrated for its impact, was now scrutinized under a different light, and the whispers of doubt never fully dissipated. Could his career and legacy survive the weight of these allegations? 2003. Allegations and Trial. In 2003, Michael Jackson faced another set of child abuse allegations that brought the world's gaze back upon him, reigniting a storm of media scrutiny. This time, however, Jackson was determined to clear his name through a court trial. The proceedings, which began in early 2005, were broadcasted globally, capturing every moment of the high-stakes drama. Fans, detractors, and the media dissected every detail, with Jackson's life and character under relentless public scrutiny. The strain on Jackson was palpable. He appeared visibly frail and overwhelmed throughout the trial, often relying on his family and close friends for support. The legal battle took a heavy toll on his mental health, exacerbating his already fragile state. After months of intense courtroom battles, Jackson was acquitted of all charges in June 2005, a decision that offered him a measure of vindication, but did little to heal the damage done to his reputation. Despite being found not guilty, the trial left a permanent scar on his public image, and he emerged from it a changed man, weary and financially drained. Throughout Michael's turbulent life, the question of family secrets never quite disappeared, leaving many to wonder, did he leave behind a son the world never knew? Could he ever recover from such a profound ordeal? Financial struggles. Behind the scenes, Jackson's finances were deteriorating, largely due to his lavish lifestyle, costly legal battles, and relentless media attention. Maintaining his famous Neverland Ranch alone required immense resources, from its staff and maintenance to the exotic animals he kept on the property. Additionally, Jackson had made substantial investments in valuable music catalogs, including the Beatles catalog, which provided some financial stability but also came with considerable expenses. By the early 2000s, Jackson was reportedly in significant debt, and his financial situation grew increasingly unstable as legal fees mounted. These pressures forced him to make tough financial decisions, including selling some of his prized assets. For a man once considered one of the wealthiest entertainers, it was a harsh fall from grace. Would his fortunes ever turn around? Marriages and children. Michael Jackson's personal life drew nearly as much attention as his music, especially his marriages to Lisa Marie Presley and Debbie Rowe. His 1994 marriage to Lisa Marie, daughter of Elvis Presley, fascinated the public, with many speculating that it was an attempt to rehabilitate his public image after the initial abuse allegations. The marriage ended in divorce just 2 years later, with the two remaining friends. Jackson's second marriage to Debbie Rowe in 1996 was a quieter affair, though it marked the beginning of his journey into fatherhood. With Rowe, he had 2 children, Prince and Paris Jackson. His third child, Blanket, was born through surrogacy in 2002. Jackson worked hard to protect his children's privacy, often covering their faces in public to shield them from the intense media spotlight. Despite the unusual measures, his love and dedication as a father were evident to those who knew him well. But could he ever shield them from the legacy of his fame? Brandon Howard allegations. Years after Michael Jackson's death, a man named Brandon Howard emerged with a story that sent shockwaves through the world. Brandon, born to R&B singer Mickey Howard, claimed that he might be the biological son of Michael Jackson. Mickey was closely connected to the Jackson family in the 1980s, and rumors circulated that she and Michael may have had a brief relationship. Brandon's claims quickly ignited waves of intrigue and controversy, as the possibility that Michael had a secret son added a new layer to his legacy. In 2014, a supposed DNA test claimed a 99.9% match between Brandon and Michael. This test was allegedly derived from an old dental impression belonging to Michael, presented publicly during a press conference organized by a video streaming company. The news spread rapidly, prompting speculation among fans and the media alike. However, skepticism followed quickly. Members of Michael Jackson's family and his estate representatives firmly dismissed the news, labeling the story as unfounded and accusing the media of sensationalizing it without solid proof. Brandon himself has had mixed responses to these persistent rumors. He has never explicitly claimed Michael as his father, yet he often speaks with admiration and respect for the king of pop. In interviews, he acknowledges Michael as a major influence on his music, but he neither confirms nor denies the rumors of paternity. Brandon has expressed a desire to focus on his own career and identity rather than being defined by speculation about his lineage. But the question lingers: is Brandon truly Michael Jackson's biological son? Or is it merely a rumor that has persisted over time? The final years and his last tour. As Michael Jackson prepared for his comeback tour, This Is It, in 2009, he saw it as a final opportunity to reconnect with fans and restore his legacy. The tour, scheduled to include 50 shows at London's O2 Arena, promised to be a groundbreaking production. Jackson threw himself into rigorous rehearsals, working tirelessly to perfect his performance. But behind the scenes, his health was in decline, and his physical and emotional toll was evident. Friends and colleagues noticed his frailty, and concerns grew about his ability to withstand the demands of the tour. Despite these challenges, Jackson remained determined, hoping to reclaim his place in the music world. Would this be the comeback he envisioned? Behind the fame, fortune, and controversy, a mystery remained unsolved. Could one man hold the answers to the Jackson family's hidden legacy? Death and aftermath. On June 25, 2009, the world was shaken by the sudden news of Michael Jackson's passing at his Los Angeles home. Dr. Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, had administered a cocktail of medications, including propofol, to help him sleep. Tragically, Jackson never woke up. The announcement of his death sent shockwaves around the globe, with millions mourning the loss of a musical legend. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow musicians, and world leaders, all paying homage to Jackson's unparalleled influence and legacy. Dr. Murray's role in Jackson's death was soon investigated, leading to a high-profile trial. In 2011, Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, sentenced to 4 years in prison, though he ultimately served 2. Jackson's death left an indelible mark on the music industry, and his absence was deeply felt by fans worldwide. Would his legacy endure despite the controversies that had haunted him? Legacy and impact. Michael Jackson's legacy as the king of pop is undeniable, transcending generations and genres to influence countless artists around the world. His revolutionary approach to music and dance redefined pop culture, introducing unforgettable performances like the moonwalk and iconic hits such as Thriller, Billie Jean, and Beat It. These songs and their accompanying videos broke barriers, setting new standards for creativity in the industry and reshaping music video production. Beyond his music, Jackson's philanthropic efforts and humanitarian work helped amplify his global influence, establishing him as a voice for causes that mattered to him, from environmental issues to child welfare. The impact of his artistry is evident in the works of artists like Beyoncé, Usher, and Justin Timberlake, who cite him as a major inspiration. Jackson's innovative blend of genres, unmatched stage presence, and daring vision continue to inspire new generations, solidifying his place in history. Will his unparalleled influence ever be replicated? Even in death, Michael Jackson's life remains an unsolved puzzle, leaving us all searching for answers. Like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of legendary icons.